Helen here with Eyes on the Game here at Mayweather Boxing Club, being joined by Mr. Now 9-0, the still undefeated, Rolly Romero. Congratulations. Last time we spoke before your fight on April 20th, you got that nice knockout victory. How do you feel?
I feel great. I give my fans what they want, so, I put somebody out on a stretcher.
And that's what you did tell me in that interview leading up to that fight, that you were going to get another KO. That was the same night that your good friend Teofimo Lopez also got a nice stoppage victory himself. What did you think of his performance?
He got out an awkward fighter, so, the guy was pretty tall too, no?
Yeah.
I don't think I seen the fight. I just saw the highlights of it. I couldn't find the fight anywhere.
Did you congratulate him?
Oh, of course. I was with him last week in New York. It's gonna, we're gonna be two stars in this sport in our division.
Yes. And what is next for you, though? Because, you fought in April. When we spoke, you said you want to stay very active this year.
Well,
it looks like we have some special guests in here.
All right. Anyways, back to us saying, What was the question? Oh, that I want to stay active. Yeah, I should probably be back in July, maybe early August.
In Las Vegas?
In Las Vegas.
Do you know your opponent yet?
No idea. I don't even know which card I'm fighting on yet, so.
Is there anyone you want, or does it matter?
I'll fight anybody. I want to fight a former world champion.
Well, have you spoken to your people to make that happen?
Floyd wants me to fight a former world champion, too.
So is he trying to make that happen right now? Look, we have some special guests in the building. Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, Rolly, interviews right here. I feel like every time we have an interview, we have some special guests, right? Our last interview, you couldn't stop laughing for like 5 minutes straight.
I have ADHD. It's hard for me to pay attention to things for too long.
Well, we were talking about knockouts, fighting world champions or former world champions. So is that someone that could possibly be next in line?
Possibly. Floyd's going to press and see if he can get me a former world champion to fight so I can boost up my ranking and fight for a world title soon.
Yes, and speaking of world titles, last time we did talk about, your friend Teofimo fighting Lomachenko. Now, according to an interview, Bob Arum said that fight is slated for 2020. What do you think of it?
Like I said before, I think Lomachenko is more hyped than anything. So, I think Teofimo is going to be the best fighter he's ever fought as a pro.
But how do you think he would knock him out? Do you think he would win by decision? How do you see that fight playing out?
I see Teofimo knocking him out later round, by somewhere between 8, 7, 8, 9, with a right hand.
But
the same right hand Linares landed on Lomachenko.
But, with your guys' close friendship, one day, and you talk about wanting to fight former world champions, would you ever fight him for the title?
Well, it's bound to happen down the line, but that's the business of the sport. That's the business of the sport, so, it's down to happen down the line, so, hopefully we both fight for a multi-million-dollar paycheck, so, and I don't know, maybe go retire and go stay on the beach somewhere.
Yeah, maybe Cabo, Cancun, Bahamas.
I don't know. He's been traveling a lot, so I don't know.
Yeah, you told me it's hard to track him down now, right? He's a married man.
He's all over the place. The day I saw him in New York, right? He came from I'm not sure where he came from. But then he left to San Diego the next day, and now he's all over the place. All over. He went to Aruba. He's all over the place.
World traveler. Why didn't he invite you?
Well, I had just fought, so, and then he's on his honeymoon, so, you gotta let him be on his honeymoon. You gotta let him enjoy his time with his girl.
Yeah, but we have to congratulate Teofimo for getting married.
Yeah, no, of course. Congratulations to him. I already told him, I told him the day he got married.
Last time we did speak, too, it was around the time the Canelo fight was around the corner, and we spoke about Ryan Garcia. So with you saying, and kind of talking about wanting to fight former world champions, does that kind of put the Ryan Garcia fight stuff to rest?
That fight's never going to happen.
Yeah.
It's never gonna happen. I mean, De La Hoya is terrified of me. They just don't. And then Ryan Garcia himself, he does not want it. So I mean, there's no point in even pressing it to happen because it's never gonna happen. He's on DAZN, and I'm with PBC. You know, so it's realistically it wouldn't happen.
What's your opinion on big fights not happening because of the fighters are in different promotions?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Who doesn't want to see Spence Crawford?
Yeah.
But it's most likely never gonna happen, you know. And I mean, I don't think I just don't think it's ever gonna happen because of the Top Rank and PBC, you know. I mean, if the money's like right, you know, they'll make the fight happen. But it's very rarely that they'll make it happen. I mean, very unlikely that they will. So I mean. And that's my problem with DAZN, you know. It's like they're trying to monopolize a bunch of fighters, you know, by overpaying them, and then, you know, then what? I mean, then you have no fights down the line.
Yeah, but from a fighter's perspective, for example, for you, if you're trying to win a world title and your goal is to prove that you're the best out there, right? But you can't or you're unable to fight another great fighter or top fighter because they're in another promotion, does that frustrate you, though, from a fighter's perspective?
Well, I mean, of course. I mean, I want to prove to the world that I'm the best fighter at my division, you know, and become the pound-for-pound greatest. So it's like it really upsets me that this is the way boxing is, but I mean, hopefully it changes a little bit down the line.
What do you think needs to be done for that to be able to change?
Stop making boxing more exclusive. Stop separating us fighters into little groups, you know. And I mean, that should solve the problem.
If Terrence and Errol Spence ever fought, who do you think would win that one?
Oh, Spence too big. Spence too big.
How do you think he would win?
He might stop him in the later round.
And lastly, you do have a very funny Instagram. Any funny things or funny stories that you would like to share for all your fans?
Main thing. What have I done in the last few weeks? I haven't really done anything too crazy in the last few weeks. I made a few funny memes, but that's about it.
About who?
About my dad.
Why? Doesn't that hurt his feelings?
No, he likes it.
He has thick skin.
I mean, I learned to talk shit from listening to that old man. So, I mean, as quiet as he looks, like he sounds, that he looks, and you know, as serious as he looks, nah, he talks more shit than everybody I know.
So make sure you guys follow Rolly Romero. What is your Instagram?
Follow me on Instagram at Rollies ROLLIESSS, and Twitter sign up for KOs.
Why so many S's?
Because they jacked the one S.
Wait, so you just wanted Rollies?
Yeah, I wanted Rollies, but they jacked it. I really wanted Rolly, ROLLY, but I mean, it was taken, and that was taken. It was like, all right, well, I mean, this looks pretty cool.
Yeah, hey, emphasis on the S's. Well, thank you so much for your time, and I'm sure we'll catch up right before your next fight.
Oh, of course. I mean, if I get the date that they're telling me, you guys are going to be very happy.
Hopefully in July.
Hopefully in July.